Yo, what's good? We here. It's gonna be in the 70s this week, so it's definitely some weather we get to enjoy. If you in
Finally.
the Northeast, finally.
Yes, finally. Yes.
But yeah,
Not you. You're in Florida. You have good weather all the time.
that's why I was gonna ignore this. Say, but yeah, because this dude, has been tan all year while I'm out here looking pale as hell. But it is what it is.
Still a white boy. I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, okay. Anyways, it's Monday, May 9th. We here. We back on the Radical Source podcast. I'm Daniel.
I'm Chris.
And stop whatever you're doing, because you gotta subscribe right now. Can't keep saying this.
Yo, let them know. Let them know.
Right now. Just stop the video. Go and subscribe right now.
And while you're at it, you can go to the description, click the link, subscribe to the sneaker channel, where we're going to be talking about Sweet 16 Mambacitas. I got a handful of stuff back here, like the bread, patent leather breads back there, just chilling, playoff 12s, other sneakers that have come in, and we get to talk about those over there.
Thanks.
But here, we're going to be talking NBA playoffs. The second round has not disappointed. We have an MVP of the league that we got to talk about, and that should tie into our conversation. If you heard on Friday, or was it Friday? Monday? Thursday?
Something like that.
One of
Last
those
episode.
days. Last episode. You heard Chris mention the last 20 picks that were number one overalls. And we're going to talk about it just to take a look at what's happened in those 20 years, because we talked about John Moran, Zion Williamson, and Chris brought it up, and it was like 5 minutes left. We're like, nah, we definitely got to bring this up because that's a crazy conversation we need to have. So let's get it.
Get it
back.
Yo, so NBA playoffs haven't disappointed, man. It's been a great series. I know that we were looking at that Miami and Philly series and thinking, yo, that's getting ugly quick. But Philly's gone back to Philly and won both their games at home, so it's tied 2-2. What you guys think? What's going to happen out here?
Like Chris go first.
I think the 76ers may have found the pace. Supposedly, I didn't see the game last night, but James Harden had went off last night. Supposedly, I didn't watch any game, so I can't talk to it. But I did see the second to last game when Embiid came back with the mask. He looked good. So I think as long as you got Embiid, you got Harden, and they're on the same boat, it's a problem. I don't think you could count them off. Write them off is easy. I think they're right back to number 2-1 contender if they're playing right. What you think, D?
I have to agree on that one. I mean, I always love Miami Heat because they always had young players that played well, but Lowry getting hurt and they're not giving Victor Oladipo any minutes. So I'm gonna lean towards Philly too.
Yeah, it's definitely weird now that Kyle Lowry came back last night, because you can kind of see they're trying to force Oladipo into the lineup instead of trying to really make it work out. I know Dwayne Dedmon was hurt, so they had Markieff Morris coming back from his little back injury, neck injury, all of the above after Jokic decided to, come from behind, pause, and dog homie from the back, pause.
Yo.
Listen, that's the best way to put it, bro. He came in from behind and smoked homie in his back. Pause. But yeah, bro, it's Oladipo played 32 minutes, had 1 for 5 from the 3-point land, 3 for 9. The Heat went 7 for 35 from 3. That's the only thing that I'm looking at and kind of going, I don't think Miami's going to do that every game. I do think Miami's going to find it. But like Chris said, you can't just write off Philly no more. It's not going to look like the first 2 games where we thought, this is going to be a 5-game series at most. Yep. So they made it competitive. And the Mavericks also, same thing. Suns beat them at home. We're thinking, 5, maybe 6, if you're lucky. And the Mavs went back home and did what they had to do. Win both games, tied the series. Are the Mavericks looking like a write-off these next 2 games, or we gotta think about them a little bit better?
Nah, you cannot write off the Mavs after these last 2 games. Maybe because they were at home, but nah, I'm going now.
Where are you going with your old city's team?
Nah, they looked good. I don't know if they figured out how to shut down the Suns, but Chris Paul was in foul trouble the whole time. Um, Booker just couldn't find it. So I don't know. What do
Yeah,
you think? E?
I always had a weird thing about the Mavs because like ever since they traded KP, like they looked very well. Like as a young team, like all their like role players looked so much better.
No.
yeah. Like it's funny because like Chris said, like Booker looked off. He still had 35 points, 10 for 22 from the field, 3 for 6 from three. But like it just didn't look the same towards the end, and especially with Chris Paul in foul trouble. Um, yeah, I mean it got ugly quick at one point for the Suns, and it just wasn't. It just don't look the same no more, honestly. And then
Yeah.
you got Celtics Bucks. Celtics are not Celtics. Bucks are up 2-1. That's today. Um, I mean the Bucks take last game by luck and are up 2-1. How you guys feeling about the Bucks?
I'm not as confident on the Bucks. And I'm not as high as I was with them at once. But I still think they could weather the storm, hopefully.
You just say you agree. I know you picked the Celtics, but what have you been seeing?
Just Middleton's out for the Bucks, and that's big. Like if he was playing, this might have been like a 5 game win for the Bucks, but him out, they're really not gonna say struggling, but they're trying to find the role players in Grayson Allen to play well, and he's like inconsistent. But the Celtics players, you got Brown, you got Tatum, you got Smart, you got Derek White. You have so many great talents on that one team, but I don't know. It's hard. It's a difficult series to pick.
Nah, yeah, that's definitely facts. I'm still, cause F Boston, let's go Bucks. But nah, definitely, bro. It's gonna be an interesting series, man. Especially if the Celtics win tonight to tie it up. If the Bucks go up 3-1, though, I mean, we can pretty much call it what it is. Warriors Grizzlies also tonight. You got John Morant, who they're saying is probably unlikely to play. Got his knee grabbed on. I know a lot of people have been giving a lot of opinions that people think it was a dirty play because Jordan Poole grabbed Ja's knee. I mean, I saw it from different angles multiple times, and I kind of couldn't tell if that was his intention because it looked like he's trying to go for ball, but at the same time you're wrapping your arm around his knee. So I don't know, 50-50 on that. But if there's no Ja, I mean, the Grizzlies were 20-5 this year, but do you think they could still do it without Ja in the playoffs in Golden State? Well, Golden State, because
No chance. There's no chance. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
all right, pack it up. That's long story short. Just pack it up.
Cat Cancun early. It's done. Warriors winning this.
All right. Well, we got an MVP, guys, and spoiler alert: he's not in the playoffs right now. Mr. Embiid thought he should have gotten it. A lot of people believe Embiid should have gotten it. I was surprised he didn't get it because I thought they were going to run with a narrative, so she could kind of in the she didn't get it last year and he got hurt, but
Yeah.
they said, "Yo, F you, we're giving it to Nikola Jokic, back to back." How you feel about that?
I get it. I get it last year why he got it. I'm still kind of confused why he got it this year. I'm like honestly really like he's tossed in there, but I feel like I don't know. I'm just not convinced. Last year I was convinced. This year I'm not convinced. That's just how I feel. Like he deserves it, I guess, but like I'm not convinced on it. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
They went statistic heavy on this one. They're just looking at all the statistics in the world, and I'm like, "Yo, Embiid's a two-way player, bro. Like, if he did it without Ben Simmons. Like, I get it. Joker did it without XYZ and Jamal Murray and Michael Porter, but bro, you take away Embiid from that team, oh my God, how bad it would have been."
Yeah,
I
But
100% agree.
facts.
Even like you throw Giannis in there, like even he deserves to be at least top two, top three contender because like he's third again in this, and he didn't have Middleton. and you only have Drew as your third best player. So I don't know. It's hard to say that Jokic won overall just that easy.
Yeah, nah, and you even look at Booker, like, bro, he was number one in the West, and he was a big part of that team. Didn't get much consideration. John Morant, didn't get any consideration because the team went 20-5 without him. Like,
Yeah.
if they sucked without him, he has a better chance of winning. But hey, it is what it is at this point. But Joker was a second round pick, and that brings us to Chris's conversation he had brought up. Of what was it, Chris?
Yeah, so it was an interesting thing that I heard. So if we look at the past 20 so years, so starting from 2000 till now, the number one picks, would you still go back and pick the number one based on that draft class per se? Or based on, let's not go whole draft classes, and that's a big of a conversation, but let's say like top 10 picks. Like,
So
how would you reorder that? So I think it's a little too early to start with like last year's. Uh,
I
I
mean,
don't
you do
know.
want to even look because I mean, there was some things that I wasn't. I was expecting to go a different. Like we all expected a different way, and
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Kid Cunningham, like I don't really see anybody in this top 10 that's I would slot any difference.
I think Jalen Green drops a little bit
I
over.
like Mobley better.
I
I
was
like
about to say
Mobley. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe Mobley better,
Scotty Barnes and Mobley. I definitely liked above Jalen Green a lot more for the
but
Rockets.
prior to that, let's go to 2020. That's a little more. You can give a little more insight. So, Anthony Edwards. You got LaMelo Ball. I vote LaMelo Ball over Anthony Edwards. Wasn't big on him back then, but I think playing out. Am I wrong on that? How you guys feel about that?
I, I think they're in good situations just because they're like it's a fit. You feel me? Like they had the D'Angelo Russell at that time, so they kind of just went, yo, we need a two guard. Lamelo, I mean, would have been dope, but they like putting that ball in D'Lo's hands a lot more.
Well, let's take away the team factor. Just to go number one. Like who could have gone number one? Like
I,
who? Like player to player. Like who would you want? If you're starting a team today, your team is a wreck. LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards.
I would probably still take Anthony Edwards, honestly.
Me too.
Okay, bet.
I like him as all around player.
Yeah, I don't
So
know. Like the thing with me with Lamelo was like it was his defense was a little shaky, and like at times and sometimes he kind of has like that Trey Young factor of I'm gonna just pull up from 30 feet for absolutely no reason when it's not needed. And
okay,
I've seen his decision making. Anthony Edwards. I mean, he's done it here and there, but it's I don't know. He's
I'll
just got
take
this
that.
dog factor about him. I'm just like, yo,
All
I
right, so that's 1 for 1. So from the last, last picks were 1 of 1. So they got it right 1 year. Let's keep going. So
And then from
2019,
2019.
yeah, 2019 we got Zion, Ja, RJ. Who else fell down there?
DeAndre Hunter, Darius Garland.
Yeah, but I still don't think I think it's up to Ja and Zion. If starting a team right now, I'm going Ja. Obviously,
Listen,
I don't think
you can know
Zion.
where I lay on this topic.
Yeah.
John.
Okay, so they got that one wrong. But like I was telling Dan, I was like, yo, like just the hype that was around Zion at that time. It feels like forever ago. It feels like that was like 10 years ago when it was really just two, like maybe because of COVID. But my man was popping out of his shoe. He had Drake showing up to his games. Like Duke was live. So that hype around Zion was real. So I
I
get
mean,
why he went.
like if he played all this time, it'd be a different topic. I think it wouldn't be as hard. Like it would be a way harder debate. It would not be so easy to just say job, but taking injuries into account, the weight problems, not knowing if he wants to be committed to his team, like that's definitely killing his stock.
All right. 2018, DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley, Luka Doncic.
Nah,
Nah.
Luka. Luka all day.
Okay.
but you could go
Luka.
Luca, you can go Trey.
Or Trey. Yeah, Trey fell to what? To 5.
You could pick Shaw, maybe top 3.
You can go Kevin Knox.
Ooh,
All right. Nah, but number one, if I think we could all agree, Luka.
Yeah.
yeah, because DeAndre Ayton is just mad shaky, bro. Like I be joking around with one of my boys about this. Like, yo, there's days where he looks like a $20 million per year player. There's other games where he looks like he deserves 14 mil a year, like because he's middle of the pack. And then there's other games where I'm like, yo, give him 6 mil, and I wouldn't be mad because he is playing like absolute garbage right now. Like, there's no in between, bro. So
Yeah.
it should have been Luca. It should have been Trey. I'd even argue if you want to put Jared Jackson Jr. in that conversation, even though he has a lot of foul trouble. But
Gotcha.
take away Chris
So
Paul from DeAndre Ayton, yikes.
gotcha. So far, one is still right.
1 and 3.
All right, let's go 2017 here. Colts.
We don't even got to talk about this, bro. Lonzo Ball, Jason Tatum, Josh Jackson, De'Aaron Fox.
I'm going Jason Tatum at number 1.
I thought it was Lonzo that was going to go number 1, honestly, like, because Philly needed a point guard at that time, man.
Yeah.
Like you said, Jason Tatum and Lonzo Ball, you couldn't have gone wrong. You could even pick De'Aaron Fox at one if you wanted to and still not have gone wrong. Like,
Yeah.
The thing is, you still have Donovan Mitchell and Bam going late in the middle of the round. Just crazy.
bro.
Damn. Yeah, and John Collins.
That draft was crazy, like, low-key.
Kyle Kuzma late in the first round. Josh Hart. Okay. Yeah, my vote is Jason Tatum at number 1.
So what are we at, 1 for 4 now?
All right.
The next one's funny.
Ben Simmons.
That's a hard one, man. Just because I don't know. Like, you look at Brandon Ingram, Jaylen Brown.
I still
you
give that to
slide
Ben
down,
Simmons.
Jamal Murray. Sabonis is at 11.
I give that to Ben Simmons. I think they got that one right. I would have not taken Jaylen Brown over Ben
Yeah, like
Simmons.
having a serious conversation, taking away him sitting out this whole year and the whole playoff thing. Like, bro, Ben Simmons is nasty for what you need him for. If
Yeah.
you get a jump shot, then it won't even be close. So we're at what, 2 for 5 now?
2 for 5. All right. So we got Mr. Karl Anthony Towns, 2015. You got D'Angelo Russell. Remember Okafor, Jalil? You remember that
I
hype?
wanted him to be a Knick pretty bad. I'm not even like that.
Thank God that didn't pan through. Because I don't even know what team he's on now.
I don't even think he's on the team right now. If I could like tell you from 100%.
But I remember that. Maybe it's just Duke players. Like the hype that surrounds Duke players and like top 3 picks is always ridiculous. So
yeah, we had Kristaps.
which nobody knew who the fuck that was prior to the draft.
Bro. And then like the crazy part was you got Devin Booker going.
Devin Booker. I'm
Willie
saying
Cauley-Stein going
13.
6.
I'm going Devin Booker. Out of the maybe not at the time, but the way it's panned out, and I'm gonna.
Oh nah, at that time people were debating Devin Booker going forward to the Knicks and anywhere from like 1 to 7 at that time.
Yeah.
I'm still picking Towns. I think they got that one right.
Think so? I'm going Booker. I'm gonna reach. Just because of the way it's panned out. Like if I want to build a team right now, I want Devin Booker over Karl Anthony Towns all day.
That's
I don't
fair.
know, bro, because I look at the center position and Karl Anthony Towns is like.
No, he's nasty, bro. Don't get me wrong.
But if you think about it, he's like what, a top 5 center in the league right now. Devin Booker, debatable, is like top
10, top
10 with everybody who's a shooting guard right now. If you take account like everybody.
That's a different debate though, because the center position, like it's kind of hard to differentiate yourself. Just play defense, dunk a ball over here and there.
Karl Anthony Towns can shoot.
Yeah.
He can defend.
Okay. All right. So we'll agree. So they got that one right. All right. So what is that? 3 now?
3 for 6.
All right. Andrew Wiggins, number 1, 2014.
Joel Embiid.
We got Joel Embiid. 3.
Jokic.
Jokic is what, second round of that draft?
Yep.
One.
Damn. You got who else? Julius Randle going 7.
Marcus Smart.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm going. They got that one wrong.
100%.
So.
Yeah, definitely. Based on where everything is at.
Murray, Parker.
That's gonna be like the biggest what if though of all time. Like, what if they never traded Kevin Love for Andrew Wiggins? Like, what would Andrew Wiggins have been playing with LeBron and like getting mentored by LeBron?
Who knows?
All right, 2013, Anthony Bennett.
Bro, Victor Oladipo went two. I won't even look at the rest of the draft. Just looking at those two, and I'm like, yo, y'all did horrible. I mean, granted, this draft, when you look at it, like, Nerlens one went six, bro.
Like at 15.
Facts.
Yeah, Giannis was 15th, McCollum was 10th, Michael Carter Williams. Wow, I haven't heard that name in a minute.
Yeah.
Um,
So wrong.
Easily.
Very wrong.
what are we at now? Three for 8?
3 for 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 for 8. So 2012 got Anthony Davis, number 1.
Bradley.
I think that one's right. I don't think there's maybe Dame.
Yeah, David Beal is hard.
Yeah, I don't know. If you take out this last year for Anthony Davis, I think that's right. If you account this last year, I think Damian Lillard's been more of a
You got Draymond
solid.
35th.
Yeah, that's true too.
Nah, I mean, like you said, like, bro, before when they went to the bubble, this dude was considered a top 5 player in the league, and then he just started getting hurt after the bubble.
Yeah.
So I think we can give him that. So 4 for 9.
All right. Kyrie Irving.
That's a good one.
2011.
Yeah, that draft is crazy though.
You got Kemba 9th.
Kemba.
Clay.
Ooh.
Yeah, Jimmy at 30.
Kawhi Leonard at 15. Damn, we had
Jimmy?
Shumpert at 17. But anyways.
I guess that's like the right pick because there's nobody I'm picking over Kyrie.
Kawhi?
That's debatable.
That's debatable, yeah. I mean,
well, yeah, at that time, Kawhi Leonard wasn't the Kawhi Leonard we grew up to start to see.
I was about to say he was with Tim Duncan, so like it's hard to say.
Yeah, all right. So we can give it to Kyrie. I remember like at that time, Kyrie was just above everybody in a way that was like, yo, here's Kyrie, here's everybody else.
Definitely.
5 for 9.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Let's see, 2010, John Wall, Evan Turner, Derek Favors, DeMarcus Cousins, Paul George, Gordon Hayward. I think they got this one wrong.
Because of Paul George.
Because of Paul George going at 10.
Everybody
even
else,
Gordon, you can even argue Gordon Hayward too over John Wall.
Yep.
Yeah,
crazy.
a lot of people had those discussions about Paul George and Gordon Hayward, and they were actually surprised that they dropped. I mean, granted, Gordon Hayward was, the typical white boy playing at Butler that no one wanted to believe in. Paul George played at Fresno State. I mean, even if you want to go to DeMarcus Cousins at 5, like I remember that draft. Now that like I'm thinking about it, like he went to Kentucky, bro, and everybody was like, "Yo, DeMarcus Cousins should go number 1. DeMarcus Cousins should go number 1." But he just wasn't a fit at that time at center for Washington. So if you want to, yeah, I wouldn't give it to John Wall, bro. Even if you just look at that draft at that time.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So is that another wrong one?
4 for 11 or 4 for 12?
I think it was 5.
Oh, okay, 5 for 12. 5 for 12.
This is crazy looking back at it though. Like,
Pause.
yo. All right, whatever. 2009, Blake Griffin, James Harden at 3. Remember Ricky Rubio, guys?
Curry at 7.
He's still wow.
He was still good this year, but he tore his ACL.
Yeah, but Ricky, I remember that hype around Ricky Rubio.
Steph Curry at 7, bro. This is the famous draft when the Knicks took Jordan Hill. We were supposed to get Steph Curry. They panicked. Let DeMar DeRozan go after Brandon Jennings. You had Tyler Hansbrough, who had all that hype from that UNC season. Drew Holiday from UCLA. Ty Lawson, bro. I remember when they used to use him in 2K to kill people.
Literally.
Jeff Teague.
I'm going to say they got this one wrong.
Hell, Blake Griffin, bro, at 1.
At 1, yeah, that's OD.
They could have gotten James Harden. They could have gotten Steph. They could have, especially because Steph had that magical season at Davidson. What killed him was Davidson. If he was doing that like Kentucky, bro, it would have been a wrap. Like this dude was going number 1, no doubt.
Agreed.
So that's definitely wrong. We got 5 for 13.
Yep.
Next, we got Derrick Rose. We got Michael Beasley, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love. You got Lenari maybe if you want to throw him in there. I don't think so though. But
Who, Gallinari?
yeah,
I mean, he was pretty good considering.
he's not like
He's
Russell
not like, yeah,
Westbrook elite.
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't like the crap of this class.
Robin, Robin Lopez. No, but I don't know. Do you
Brooke
pick
Lopez.
Russell Westbrook over Derrick Rose? I think that's a conversation.
At that time, hell no.
No,
That
I don't
was a
think so
rookie
either.
MVP. If it wasn't for injury, he'd probably still be better than Westbrook.
All right, so they got that one right. So what is that, 6 now?
6 for 13.
Yeah.
They got
So
this next one right too.
Greg Oden.
Greg Oden.
Right. Over Al Horford, over Mike Conley, Jeff Green,
That's
Joakim Noah.
Is Greg Oden still even in the league, bro?
Hell no. He's been out of the league since LeBron was in Miami. That was his last stop. He went to Miami, tried to play, got hurt, and said, yo, I'm going to hang it up.
Really?
Yup. Nick Young, Wilson Chandler.
Yeah.
Well, we got Kevin Durant at 2. Wow.
Bro, that is horrible.
Yeah, that's okay. So that's a big wrong.
It's crazy because, like, imagine, like, Brandon Roy, LaMarcus Aldridge, and KD in one team back then.
That would have been disgusting, bro.
That would have been tough.
Yeah. This next one, Andrew Barganali. I don't know how do you say his name? Barganali. Never. I don't know.
Oh, Andrea Bargnani, bro. He was remember the one that was a Knick when they traded for him from Toronto, and that pick ended up being, I think, Pascal Siakam.
Yeah.
He was a tough shooter.
I
Got
don't know.
LaMarcus Aldridge. Who else you got in there?
Brandon
This is for
Roy.
26. Rudy Gay. JJ Redick. I think you take LaMarcus Aldridge over him, but
Rondo,
Rondo.
Kyle Lowry. Bro, I'll take anybody over Bargnani, especially after what I saw. Steve Novak.
So Kyle Lowry too. Kyle Lowry fell to 24 in this draft.
Bro, don't even get me started on Bargnani, son. I'll take a chair over him.
All right, let's go 2005 here.
So what are we at right now? 6 for 15?
Yeah, something like that. No, 6 for 16.
Okay.
So we got Andrew Bogart, Chris Paul,
Darren Williams.
Mm.
Raymond Felton. Wow.
Raymond Felton. I'm going Chris Paul. And just looking at the top 10.
Easily.
Yeah, that's another wrong one there.
Yeah,
I love Danny Granger when he came out of.
I was just looking at that right now.
Look at Lou Will. Lou Will.
45th to Philly.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right. Let's go 2004. Dwight Howard.
Yeah, they got that one right for sure.
Yeah, there's nobody in this top like.
Yeah, like Luol Deng, Andre Iguodala that weren't really.
J.R. Smith, no.
Josh Smith was tough coming out.
Yeah.
He wasn't anything like Dwight.
Dwight Howard, bro.
Yeah, we're going back now.
We're going to sound like some old head. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
2003.
I
think this one's all right. LeBron.
Darko Milicic, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Paul, Dwayne Wade.
Craziest draft class.
Kirk Heinrich. Nick Collison. David West. Dante Jones. Boris Diaw. Travis Outlaw. Kendrick Perkins. Leandro Barbosa. Josh Howard.
That one was right. Got 2 more years left. Let's see here. 2002.
Before you can go, we got the last 2, so we're 8 for 18.
No, 7 for
19. Nah, because we were at 6 before the Dwight Howard draft. So 8 for 19.
Okay. All right. So 2002, Yao Ming.
Will.
I think that one's right because I don't see anybody here else.
Jay Will? I mean,
I think it's that over.
Because at that time, Amari Stoudemire coming out of high school.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Only because, like, Yao's the tallest player, so it's like, how do you not draft him 1?
Yeah, and he was, like, actually, like, to be that tall, he was actually – he can – I don't want to say he can move because he couldn't really move, but to be that tall, he had attributes.
I mean, bro, he had a Yeah, I don't know, man. Even if you want to argue, granted, Jay Will barely got to play because of injury, but at that time, people argued Jay Will should have won one out of Duke.
Mm,
Mm.
that's
But
hard.
looking back, Amari, bro, like the knock on him was just coming out of high school, and then
He
they
was a
did it 2 years
monster
later
with
with
us.
Dwight. Anyways,
He was so tough
Yeah.
with us.
But I think the Yao Ming made a pretty big dent with the Rockets.
100%.
I don't know, man.
It
I
used
know,
to
I know,
come.
I know.
I'm voting.
I know Yao Ming was like that, but I ain't voted him one.
I'm voting right. This is up to E. What do you say?
I'm gonna go. Yes, I'm gonna say Yao Ming was right.
So we're at 9.
9 for 20.
2001. Whoa. Let's
Kwame
see.
Brown.
August.
Oh Lord.
No.
August, Tyson Chandler,
Jason Richardson.
Joe Johnson,
Richard Jefferson.
Zebo.
I'm saying this one's wrong. I think you even take Paul Gasol.
Bro, you take Tyson Chandler over him at that time.
Tyson Chandler, yeah.
Taking Gilbert
Okay.
Arenas over.
Last one, the 2000 draft. I was 5 years old. Yeah,
Damn, you old as hell. I was
let's see. Kenyon Martin. Let's see. Who else we got here that I even recognize?
Darius
Jamal
Martin.
Crawford.
Nah, this was right, bro. Because Kenyon Martin at that
Kenyon
time
Martin was
dominating
nasty.
over everybody.
He was nice.
Quentin Richardson went 18.
I'm saying that was right.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So 10 out of 21.
So you
That's
got
less than 50% of the teams get it right. That's crazy. Just looking back at that. That tells you how unpredictable all this stuff is.
But look at the arguments we had. A lot of the arguments were everybody in the top 5 and some people later in the draft now. But at that time, obviously you probably don't want to take such a big chance. But for the most part, it was literally just between the top 3 picks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. Well, hopefully the Knicks get this number 1 overall pick and we trade it because I don't see us using it.
Well, so far you're good on the Giants and Jets. I don't know about the Knicks though, bro. We'll save that for a later time.
Listen, the difference here is it's a lottery system. It's not like your team is set in stone where you're at. Maybe one of those Patrick Ewing frozen envelopes get involved here, and life is good for the Knicks. You feel me?
Or OKC gets the first pick,
Y'all don't need it for what? To bench? Y'all gonna play Paulo Banchero or Jabari Smith or Chet Holmgren like what? 10 games and then be like, all right, you can rest. We don't want you to get hurt. We got like 18 other picks to use anyways.
That's fine. Just
Y'all don't need
rest them with Shaw and Josh Giddey.
Let y'all fall, man. Y'all don't need no high pick. So they can ride away with
You want
Shaw.
the Rockets to get another top 3 pick? Tired of seeing them.
That's why you give it to the Knicks so they can get Donovan Mitchell. The Jazz get that pick with Julius Randle, and everybody's happy.
I don't see it happening. Not at 11.
Listen, the last few years have been wild when you look at teams that have jumped up the way they have. You remember I told you back when we did that little thing of should the Knicks tank the rest of the year, and I told you don't do it because that year the Lakers finished with 11th, ended up getting a top 3 pick or top 4 pick, and ended up trading for Anthony Davis. So
that's fair.
But we got 3 minutes, 50 seconds. New York baseball, man. Looking great out here. Yo, the Mets came back in the 9th inning down 7 runs, bro.
8-7 was the final score.
How do you let that happen if you're Philly, bro?
It's just a bad look, but we'll take it. We'll definitely take it.
Listen, those are the type of games that you're going to look back when you make the playoffs and be like, yo, remember that game? Crazy, man, that we at this point. And the Yankees, the Yankees have looked great, man. Except, the second game yesterday with Michael King finally looked human.
Yeah, but did you see the second game?
I saw parts of it, man.
That was dead. I wouldn't even want to be in that stadium. Like 6 hours of baseball, like Mother's Day. You could tell the umps were just ready to go home. Like everybody was ready to go home.
Nah,
so
bro,
I don't think that second game counts. I think we should scrap that off. That was an exhibition game. I feel like that's how it is in most doubleheaders, but nah, Yankees look good, bro. The bats look hot. So
most importantly, Boston is doing horrible.
And Boston, yes, is at the bottom of the
Uh,
AL East.
I'm not even gonna count them out yet because they got pieces to trade and they could do something wild with Bogarts and Endeavor, so they could turn it around quick.
Yeah.
But we'll leave it at that. We got some NBA action tonight. We got some baseball tonight to look forward to, and we'll be back whenever we're back. Got to figure it out, and we'll be talking playoffs still because playoffs. You want to talk about playoffs?
Any last minute predictions?
Um, we're gonna have Bucks, Heat, Warriors, and Suns.
You meant to say Warriors, Mavs, and Celtics, Heat, right?
Nah, I know what I said.
You know, you said okay.
Yeah.
I think Chris leads my way more.
Yeah, I do. Going the same.
Word.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.
Peace.